Hello my loves and welcome back. In this vlog I wanted to talk to you about how to create a healing home. So by that I mean how to create a space in your home that is energetically and emotionally supportive for you and your cat. So yes, I talk about having colour around the house for your cat to use, but do you know what? What I've noticed is that there are two places in my house that I have intentionally created to be calm spaces. So the first is my extension. Now I know not everybody has this, but bear with me. So it's got two chairs in there, one that I use to journal in and one that maybe Max likes to sleep in. And it's got a meditation mattress on the floor, which has got like two blankies. I actually lay on a blanket and I've got two on top of me, and there's a heated one for when it's cold. It's got a cushion, it's got an eye pillow, it's got my iPod, not that that works much anymore. It's got a charger. It's got some candles, some tea lights, some fake ones, some real ones, a couple of crystals, and a lovely chakra hanging on the wall. And that's like my space. Like if I've been at my desk all day and I need to meditate, as long as the neighbours haven't got music going on, I go out there and I meditate. And it's nice to come out of the house and leave the home. I work from home, I love my home. So I go outside and I meditate. And the boys are in there so often. They come and join me when I'm meditating. They go in there if the doors are open, like today it's a lovely day. Max is fast asleep in there. Leo's asleep on the cushion by the door because it's fresh air, but he can also be like indoor, outdoor. And the second one is in the home. So when I got my new chair that Leo weed on, not this January before, I moved it from my front room because I'm always on my sofa and it's just me in the house with the boys at the moment. So I moved that chair into the dining room and it's kind of at an angle and it's in the corner so I can look out through the net curtain and see the streets and stuff. Or the deer if they decide to canter on down. I saw a baby deer today. Oh my God, it was tiny. Anyway, I digress. So in that space now, I've got a table and again, I've got crystals, a candle, my journal, a notebook, some post-its in case kind of inspiration comes through. And you know what I've noticed is the boys are starting to sleep and sit there. So Leo slept on the chair a couple of times, baby Max has been on the floor. And I go to those places when I want to shift my energy, shift my emotions. If I need to journal and get kind of like my crazy thoughts out. If I'm panicked or worried and I don't know what I'm doing, I go there to journal, or I might do a tapping session there. But what I've noticed is like, it's almost like a body reaction when I go to those places. There's an almost like a, before I even do any of like the work, the journaling, the meditation, the tapping, or anything like that, like my body knows. There's like muscle memory there. So what have you got in your house? Where have you got in your house that you can create a calming space? Now I get not everybody might have the luxury that I do with an extension or a spare bit, a spare chair or whatever. But that doesn't mean that you still can't create a nice calm space in some way, shape or form. Even if you've got to like get a little basket and you put your things in there. So when you get that basket out of the cupboard, you've got a blanket, a candle, real or fake, depending on what's safe, or your journal, or some music, or a crystal. What can you do to support yourself and your cat to have that muscle memory? I know when I go here, this is where I'm going to relax. I know when I do this, I'm going to process my emotions, or I'm going to nurture myself. Because the more that you create that routine and have that muscle memory, the more you'll notice that your subconscious will crave it. You'll want to go and sit in the chair. You'll want to go and get the basket out of the cupboard. So I invite you to just have a think about what could you do in your home? Do you have space where you can carve out what I call what was that I said to my sister the other day? Oh my God, it's gone. Hang on, let me pause the video, see if I can think about it. I've got it. It was my cozy corner. And it's not necessarily cozy as in like, sit and snuggle up, but it's a cozy, safe space for me to go and reflect, to come within, whether that's inward in terms of my head, journaling or meditation, or whether that's to do some tapping, or even if it's just to sit in stillness. And I'm changing that frequency of that space when I'm doing that, and the boys are noticing it too. So I invite you to look around your home, see if you can make a few changes. If you make any changes in the home though to furniture, be sure to tell your cats what you're doing before you do it, and explain to them why you're doing it so they don't get upset with any changes in their environment. But have a think, where can you create your own cozy corner to have that safe and healing space for you and your cat? Come into the comments or reply to the email or get in touch and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I love to hear from the Naturally Cats community. So have a think, make some changes and get in touch.